Good morning, everyone. There are two things that I did not expect to happen once I hit 50 years old. And I'm sharing those with you today because it may happen to you and you may not be expecting it to happen. And it was really shocking to me when it happened. The very first thing that happened, number one, I noticed that my teeth were different. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but there was just something about my smile. There was something about the way my teeth looked, and it became noticeably different when I started doing YouTube videos back in August of 2025. I noticed that my teeth didn't look like my teeth. I came across an old photo of my daughter, and I was sitting with her in the car at the time we took this photo. And you can see here, do you see the teeth? They're not the same teeth. So my teeth have, like, I can't really explain it. This tooth here has grown over the other one, and I don't have the same, not even the same whiteness to my smile. I still use the same toothpaste products. I go to the dentist every 6 months. I have my teeth thoroughly cleaned. The teeth break down and they move and they shift. And I was not aware of that until I saw an old photo compared to today, and it totally shocked me. So if you're a woman over 50 or a man over 50 and you're watching this, don't be surprised if your mouth, your smile, your teeth change after you turn 50. It's a completely normal thing that happens to us as we age. Number two, the second thing that happened to me, and this is the most upsetting. The teeth, I get, it's part of nature, it's natural aging. Okay, this one is shocking to me, and I'm not alone. I've read stories about this. I've watched other YouTubers talk about it. I didn't start looking into it until it happened to me, though, so I wasn't aware of it until it did happen to me. As you can see in this photo, this is dated 2019, by the way. This is pre-COVID, okay? That's my hair. See how it's like feathered? Okay. I found this woman who was actually closer to my job, so I could actually scoot over there at lunch and get my hair done. When I first initially went to her, she was really super nice. She started doing my hair, and I noticed right away it was way different. It was completely different. And she told me right off the bat, she does not know how to do styles like this. She did okay. It wasn't what it used to be, but it was okay. I kept going to her because I wasn't displeased with her work. I had fun curling my hair. I had fun styling it. I did notice, though, if I didn't curl my hair, then it wouldn't do anything. It would look horrible. It was a short cut, shorter than I had been wearing, and I really had to curl it in order to make it work at all. She cut it shorter, and it was very difficult to curl. When I took my curling iron to curl it, the barrel, the hair was so short, it wouldn't wrap around the barrel once. Now, mind you, I'm dealing with a very hot instrument here, a curling iron, and I'm trying to delicately take the short hair and curl it. And it was difficult for me. So she had cut the hair on the sides. She had cut it to above my ears. It's grown out now, but so she had cut it. See how these pieces are short? They weren't like that before. This was all one long piece, but she chopped these pieces here, and then the rest of the hair she cut just below my ears, but it made it very difficult for me to curl my hair because it was so short, and I needed to be efficient in the mornings. I was going to work. I worked long hours. I needed it to be, quick, easy. When I get in there in my dressing room, I can just curl my hair and go to work and not have to fuss with it. After hearing me, she trimmed very little off. It was like I didn't even get a haircut at all. I needed her to make sure that she could cut it so that I could wrap it around a curling iron to curl it in the morning still, because I was still going to work. The hairdresser told me to bend my hair down as low as I could. Well, I have a problem with my neck, and I used to see a chiropractor, so I thought, oh, I can't bend that way. I don't want to undo everything my chiropractor helped me with. I was like, oh, well, I can't really bend down like that. I mean, and then she just took the back of my head and she literally shoved it down, like wrenched it forcefully down. I have some bone fusion and I also have some slip discs in my neck. I've actually gone through physical therapy. Like I said, I went to a chiropractor. It's not pretty. When she did that, I felt pain. And then she shoved a mirror in my hand and she said, look at yourself. Tell me what you think. Well, all I saw, because it was like, a little small mirror, all I saw, hi Pepper, was the top of my hair, which was curled, like usual. That's all I saw. So I thought it looked good. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, And my daughter said, whoa, what happened to your hair, Mom? I said, what do you mean? I just got it done. Did you intentionally get it done like that? She asked. I said, what do you mean intentionally get it done like that? I just went to the salon. What are you saying? She said, look at the back of your hair. So she took her beauty mirror from her room and she brought it to me. And she said, go stand in the bathroom and put your back to the mirror. I want to show you something. There was a bald spot right in the back of my head, right here. I've never had a bald spot in my life. My hair is super, super, super thick. There was a bald spot back there. In addition, the hair was like, here's my ears. The hair was like up to here. In the back, it was completely straight. She hadn't curled it. She hadn't done anything. It was super, super, super short. Like, I don't even think you can curl it that short. And I literally looked like a man from behind. I literally looked like a man. If I didn't know who I was, I would have thought I was a man looking in the mirror. I just sat down and cried. I'm not a vain person. It's not about that. It was the fact that I put my trust in this woman. I put my trust in her hands. It made me feel shamed, humiliated. I tipped this woman really well. Thank you, Pepper. You're helping, huh? Thank you. I tipped this woman really well. This salon charged me $60 for wash, blow dry, and cut. And I would tip this lady the difference between $100. So if it was $40, it was $40. I would give her a $100 bill every time because I've done jobs based on tips in the past. I know how difficult it is on your joints. I know how difficult it is on your knees. Hairdressing is not an easy job. I know that. And eventually, a lot of people, if they stay in it as a career for long term, they end up with problems with their bones. Because I was so humiliated, I looked into it and I started reading some online forums and I started watching some YouTube stories about these types of things. I don't remember the name of the person, but there was a professional hair salon on a YouTube channel. And it was talking about how for some reason there's like a wave of hairdressers out there that are only styling hair a certain way for women over 50. And I thought, well, I don't want to have that hairstyle. Why is that? And there was a woman who was about 75 in the show with the hair salon, and she had gone through the same thing. She went into a salon with hair about my length, and she came out, and it was completely up here, all around her head, and she said she looked like a man, and she was totally humiliated. As a woman over 50, I can say there are a lot of struggles we go through with daily. Okay, if you're not 50 yet, there are things that we go through. You know, as you get older, your body does weird things. Things happen. You gain weight when you don't want to. You can't eat certain foods anymore. Your sleep patterns change. Not to mention all the female stuff we go through as women. Men go through things too. But the last thing that you ever thought would happen is you go into a salon to get some relaxation and pampering. Please let me know in the comments below if you've had this experience. Now, I'm not great at it, but I have learned how to trim up areas. I'm letting my hair grow out a little bit. And I have two ladies here in my house. I have my daughter and I have my son's girlfriend, and they each can cut my hair. So there you go. This hairstylist lost my business, a customer paying a $40 tip. In summary, these are two things that I would never expected to happen after I turned 50. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.